Welcome to Audio Video System playlist. I, Professor Hitesh Dholakia, is going to explain you digital television in this session. And to explain digital television, these are my session outlines. So first, I'll be going to explain basics of digital television. After that, I'll be covering classifications of digital television. And then I'll explain you signal transmission in digital television. After that, we will see digital television parameters for NTSC and PAL system, where NTSC system that we use it in America, and in PAL system we are using that in Asian countries as well as in India. And then after, I'll explain merits of digital television. So let us begin this session with first agenda, that is basics of digital television. So see, in digital television we transmit and receive digital audio and video. So ultimate agenda of digital television is to convert analog audio and video into digital signal, and then after we do the process on that signal to display that on television. So here at transmitter side, first we convert that analog audio and video signal into digital audio and video, then we multiplex it into channel, and after that we do channel encoding for transmission, and at receiver side we do reverse process. Means when you receive this signal, first you will be doing channel decoding, after that we will be doing demultiplexing of channel, and that channel will be converted into analog one before we give it to television. So see, this is what the complete process which we do it in digital television. See, in digital television we can transmit more than one channel on same channel bandwidth, and this is the biggest advantage which we have it by having digital television. So here, for example, if you have one channel bandwidth, then by having digitization, by having spread spectrum, we can multiplex multiple channels on same channel bandwidth. So this is one biggest advantage which is there with digital television, and that's why one can explore many number of channels in small bandwidth. Standards for digital television is DVB, Digital Video Broadcasting. Now let us discuss classification of digital television. So when we talk about digital television, we can classify that into three basic domain. One is SDTV, that is standard definition television. Second is EDTV, that is enhanced definition television, and third is HDTV, that is high definition television. So this is high definition television. Now let us compare this with different parameters. So as if you compare this with respect to resolution, then SDTV, that is having 480i resolution. I means interlaced. So 480 resolution is there, and I stands for interlaced. And for EDTV, this resolution is 480 progressive resolution. So P stands for progressive. So 480p resolution is there with EDTV, and HDTV, that is having resolution which is 720 pixel, 1080 pixel, and 1080 interlaced resolution. So P stands for progressive and I stands for interlace. So that I will explain in further comparison. See, aspect ratio with SDTV is 4:3, and with EDTV both aspect ratios are there, 16:9 and 4:3, and with HDTV aspect ratio is 16:9. When you talk about pixels per frame, then one can compare pixels. With HDTV it is 642 480, while in EDTV there are two versions. One is with 4:3, that is 640 to 480, and with 16 to 9 aspect ratio, it is 720 to 480. While in case of HD TV, this resolution is 1280 cross 720 progressive resolution and 1920 cross 1080 with 1080 progressive resolution. So this is how pixels per frames are there with SD TV, ED TV and HD TV. Now see type of scanning which is there with HD TV with interlaced scanning, while in case of ED TV it is progressive scanning. There is no interlaced scanning with ED TV. It is progressive scanning with ED TV, while in case of HD TV it is both progressive as well as interlaced scanning. So this is how different digital television standards are there. Now let us discuss signal transmission which is there with digital television. So when we talk about signal transmission, basically there are two types of signals which is there with digital TV transmission. One is composite encoded transmission and second is component encoded transmission. And component encoded transmission further can be divided into MAC technology and advanced digital television technology. I'll explain all three categories in detail. See, in composite encoded transmission, there are three different signals which is there with video, Y and UV. Y signal that is there for luminance and U and V signal that is there for chrominance. So color information that is there with U and V, and Y is been there with luminance information. And these three signals that we multiplex it first, and that multiplexed Y and UV is referred as color composite video signal. So that is referred as CCVS. So that is color composite video signal, and that color composite video signal will be given to sampling, and after that we do quantization, and after quantization there will be modulation of it, and usually that modulation will be frequency modulation, and after that we just give it to satellite or TV broadcasting. In MAC technology, even there are three signals, but those three signals will be time compressed video signals. So Y and UV signals are there. UV is for color information for chrominance and Y is for luminance. But these three signals, those are time compressed video signal. And these signals will be combined with sound, and that is what we are translating into digital by using PCM. And after digitization we do digital compression of that signals, and then after there will be digital multiplexing, and then we do frequency modulation of that, and then we send it to satellite or TV broadcasting. While in case of advanced digital television technology, same thing is there as it is there with MAC, but only one difference is there, and that difference is modulation. So here we do QPSK modulation, quadrature phase shift king modulation, and then we send it to satellite or TV broadcasting. So in all three categories, one thing is common. You will be having video information by three signals, Y and UV. Y is having luminance information and U and V is having chrominance information. In composite encoded transmission, we multiplex these three signal, and that is color composite video signal, and that we digitize it and send it to satellite or TV broadcasting. While in case of MAC and advanced digital television technology, we have Y and UV as a time compressed video signal, and that is what we are combining it with sound signal with pulse code modulation, and then there will be digital compression. In MAC technology we do frequency modulation, while in case of advanced digital TV technology, we do quadrature phase shifting modulation and then we forward that to satellite or TV broadcasting. So see, this is how digital TV transmission is happening. Now I'll explain you digital TV parameters for NTSC and PAL system. See, NTSC system is being utilized in America and PAL system is being utilized in India. So I'll explain that comparison by different parameters. See, in NTSC, number of horizontal lines will be 525 and frequency rate will be 60. While PAL system, that will be having 625 horizontal line with frequency rate of 50. And if you see active lines in television, then for NTSC it is 485 per frame, while in case of PAL it will be 575 per frame. If you calculate vertical synchronization time period, then in that case you will be finding it will be 7.6%. You can calculate that by this subtraction, 525 minus 485 divided by 525 into 100 will result into percentage, and same thing that one can calculate for PAL system, that is 8% for vertical synchronization. So how to calculate that? 625 minus 575 divided by 625 into 100. So that is what vertical synchronization time period in terms of percentage. For horizontal blinking, NTSC system requires 16% time period, means horizontal retrace percentage time period, that is 16% for NTSC, and for PAL it is 18%. Frame per second is 30 for NTSC system and for PAL system it is 25. When you talk about video bandwidth, then it is 4.5 MHz for NTSC and it is 5 MHz for PAL system. And bitrate, that is 114.55 Mbps for NTSC system, and for PAL system it is 141.88 Mbps. So this is how digital TV parameters are there with NTSC and PAL system. Then in digital television, it is having reduced ghost images and there will be reduced flicker at 50 Hz. So in digital television, it is not compulsory to have interlace scanning. It could be progressive scanning as there is reduced flicker at 50 Hz. There will be higher resolution compared to normal television. One can have picture in picture with digital television, like if you have a display like this, then at some other portion of television you can see one more channel. Slow motion action can be viewed in digital television, and reduced operational instability that is there in digital television. And you will be finding there will be improved reception in fringes areas. So these are the advantages which is there. Thank you so much for watching this video. I would like to get your suggestions from your side. The reason is I want all those topics that has to be covered on my channel so that students can easily learn everything which is required in their university courses. And you can download all this material which I am teaching here from my application Engineering Funda. So I am providing all those material free of cost. You can download it. It will be easier to you to learn all those topics which I am teaching here. Again, thank you so much for watching this video, and your suggestions are most welcome to me. So please do give your valuable suggestions which is highly required here to optimize this channel.